Hey, Morgan SLV here. 9/21/2010, gold 1274, silver 2058. Tiny bit of a bull pullback there. So, I got some good, some exciting news this morning. So, a friend of mine, a good friend of my wife's actually, she's a real estate agent slash broker, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but the thing that's kind of neat is when I had first originally talked to her about precious metals investing, I don't know that, she wasn't, it's not something that she paid attention to, right? And so, you can only concentrate on so many things at once. She's really good at what she does. She does the real estate thing, and obviously it's pretty tough, to make a living at that right now, but she's doing it. She does fairly well, considering what's going on. And the bottom line is, let me adjust this just a little bit here. The bottom line is, so she had talked to my wife and was excited that silver was nearing 21 an ounce. And she said she was going to sell, and she was going to net a pretty tidy little profit, right? And I thought, well, good for her, that's great. And but one of the things I did is I went ahead and called her up, and I explained to her. I said, I've had some conversations with Bill Murphy from GATA, and a little bit more about my background, in this market. And I explained to her. I said, look, we're looking at probably $25 an ounce by the end of the year. I believe, based on everything that I've been told and what I'm studying. And I said, so just understand that if you sell now and you want back in, you'll probably be paying higher than $25 an ounce to get back in the market. And, I explained to her a few other things that, some of the numbers I've seen for the drop of real estate and whatnot. And I explained to her, once again, my goals of waiting for my precious metals to pop so that I can get into the real estate market and have some passive income. And, it was a good conversation. So, good for her. I'm glad that, she may or may not sell. I wouldn't. But that's me. Everybody has their own game plan. A friend of mine bought a lot of silver. And, it was one of those deals where he kept looking at me for guidance. I said, look, number one, when you buy, it is up to you to study. Okay, this is your wealth. Please don't rely on me or anyone else to tell you what to do. Now, you can ask for guidance. You can ask for history, history lessons, so to speak. But I'd be real careful on that, okay? Just if you're going to invest your money, it's up to you to study. So I'm very comfortable with my plan at this time. The other thing is this, I could sell right now and make a really good profit. The bottom line is it would not be a life-changing deal for me. Yeah, I might be able to be 100% debt-free, which if you listen to guys like Da Vinci and whatnot, that's a big thing, and it's a big thing with me too. But it would not feel like a life-changing event for me. Okay, if I was to sell this property and go rent, because I'm not going to be living in my rental, my payment, would be less, but it wouldn't be a whole bunch less. Now, yes, I would be out of debt. In other words, if I sold all my precious metal right now, I'd be completely out of debt and then some. But the bottom line is, it would not be life-changing for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for it to be a life-changing event. And her question to me was, well, how high are you going to let it go before you sell? And I said, past 500 an ounce. And I'm prepared to ride it all the way back down to $2 an ounce. I mean, I may miss it. I understand that. But I feel like what I have been studying, my gut feeling, 4 years now, right at 4 years of studying this stuff, I feel comfortable that's probably going to go past that. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. That's why I have my other businesses. That's why my son, give a shout out to SmallEngineAdviceForDummies.com. That's my son's website. He's doing very well at it. If you watch any of my videos, I talk about it often. I expect to see $25 silver based on all the overwhelming fundamentals pulling on it to go higher. So I got another little gig for you. So I watched Silver Futurist this morning. I try to watch him every day if I can. And the bottom line was this: he was talking about Bank of America possibly having some sort of default over the weekend, and the Fed bailed them out, on the down low. So what I did is I called up my the person that was just so excited about her silver going up, and I said, hey, did you hear anything about Bank of America? She goes, well, what? And I said, did you hear that it defaulted over the weekend or had some kind of a major hiccup where they got bailed out by the Fed? And she goes, well, no, I didn't hear that, but it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. They constantly drag things out like short sales. They constantly are cooking their books to make themselves look better, and you can only do that. That misleading type of accounting for so long. Eventually, it has to be reckoned with. And so, once again, B of A, taking a knee over the weekend and being bailed out by the Fed in some manner, behind closed doors. All I can tell you guys is study up. Maloney, Schiff, Kiyosaki. Read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Read it more than once. Why Me, Why Silver, Da Vinci J15, Silver Futurist. I'm just telling you, I really would like to know, maybe one of you guys could comment on exactly how many of the other people that you guys take a visit, watch their YouTube stuff, because I try to expand. In other words, I don't want to just get all my information from just a few. I'd rather have 10 or 15 or maybe 20 or 30 people that I kind of pay attention to regularly. And Inflation Nation is another one that I listen to. So just, I don't know, study up. Things are going to get crazy. I do expect a pullback in silver and then another launch, but I believe the new lows will probably be what the old highs were, that kind of thing. And I don't know. So it's just getting ready to be a little bit crazy, but I've got my game plan. It's pretty much in my DNA at this point. We are concentrating on our YouTube channel. I'm concentrating on getting ready to start my video blog so that I can start getting subscribers, and start on that road. We are happy with that. I'm happy with my son's business. He's doing so well. We were working last night up till about 9 o'clock. He goes to school, high school. So, he's got to get his rest and do good in school. So, anyway, my heart goes out to anybody that isn't investing. Man, I don't know. I'd figure out a way. All right? Morgan SLV out.